Hi.
Hi everyone. Okay, let's just adjust. Oh, I didn't plug in the mic. Okay, we'll have to. Sorry.
Thanks for joining us.
Technical.
Say hi as soon as you pop in and say where you're from so we can see. Um, yes, hope you're doing well and had a lovely weekend. We've had a fairly relaxing weekend,
Yes.
haven't we? So didn't do much today. We went for a walk.
Yeah.
That tired us out.
Mum, if you're watching, hope we haven't tired you out too much. Yes, she is watching. Hi. How's Dad's foot? So yes. Over to you. Sorry.
So if you're new to the channel, we are Barra and Jay from Mitosu Crafts. We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you do live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Yes, we do a live on YouTube every Sunday, and so it's worth considering subscribing to our channel if you would like some more card making and papercraft inspiration throughout the week.
Good. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments coming through. So
Yes.
we've got Suzanne, Linda, and
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Sorry.
Yeah, put your glasses on.
Clean glasses. Can't read. There we go. Yes, thank you for joining us, and obviously, and Sandra, Mum, for joining us as well. I think Dad, we broke Dad's foot. It's painful by the sounds of it. We didn't actually break his foot. I'm just going to point that out there.
We just went for a walk. Social distancing walk.
Yes.
Cool. So first off, we'll just share a couple of the cards that we've created this week and blogged as well. You've probably seen most of it if you are subscribed to our newsletter or our blog, mitosocrafts.com, or we share it on our Facebook as well. So going back to last Monday with the Stamp Review crew with the Eclipse there with the chevron using the triple banner punch and the Mountain Air bundle. So lovely set, that one.
I love that chevron. Love that chevron one. It's really nice.
With the matching treat holder that folds flat until you need it, which I created another version on our, I think, on the Wednesday, but I created another one with the botanical prints.
That was on Wednesday. You did that, the botanical prints.
Really? I
Yes.
can't remember now. This one I shared on our Instagram today or yesterday with sponging and doing the reversible stamps from the Mountain Air, because it is a reversible stamp. You can create nice scenic outdoor scenes and silhouettes on there as well.
Are you going to do a video for that, or are you going to do a tutorial or something?
I'm not sure. Shall I?
Well, I think people, from what I can see, some of the comments come through. Correct me if I'm wrong. People were liking it, and I saw a few things on there saying people would like to see a video, or they'd like to see how you. So maybe you could do that for a video one day. Just putting it out there.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks.
For doing this one. So yeah.
If I say it on camera, he's got to do it, hasn't he?
Botanical prints, which is £26 down from £66.
£65 down to £26.
So it's a great bargain. You get stamps, dies, designer series papers, embellishments, ribbons. Yes. So the other one that this one was for the Spot Creative Challenge, and then this was the one that we did on the live. So if you wanted to see the treat holder, how to make them the same as the Mountain Air one, check out our video on that one as well.
Cheryl wants to see a video.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. And this was Barry's card using the stamps to create pattern paper.
And the other one we created has been sent to Carol Gates, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who won it? So that's in the post. So if you're watching us, Carol, that has been sent, and that is working its way to you as we speak.
Yes. So keep the comments going, and at the end of the live, we will choose a winner, a random winner, that will get one of our online class PDFs. So we thought we'll change it up this week. We'll share one of our online class PDFs for someone to win.
Yes. So obviously, if you live in the, are we going to mention what I said about posting something in the UK?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
So, reason we're doing that, if you live in the UK as well, what we would do is we will send you the card and the PDF instruction for one of our online classes. And obviously, if you live outside of the UK, we're going to struggle to send it to you. So what we're going to do is, which is why we're offering you a tutorial free of charge. So the tutorials are worth, how much are we selling the tutorials for?
It's £10 with the video live demonstration, but we will just send the PDF.
Yeah, so you've got a couple, well, we probably still sell them just as the PDFs for around about £7 to £10. So we're giving that to you free of charge. So to be in the chance of winning one of those, and all you need to do is just pop a comment down here. Jay's going to monitor the comments for us and pop them into a feed so we can pick a live winner at the end. So stick along right until the very end, so just to make sure you are a winner, and just to say, just comment to be in with a chance of winning.
Yeah, don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up and share this video as well.
Yes.
That would be lovely. Obviously, that if you do that, that'd be even better for us. So.
Yes, our friend Esther said something on her video. Giving a thumbs up is free, so that will be great if you can just help support our channel.
Thumbs up and free and shares.
Yes.
So and the last one we're going to do is for the
Global Stampin' Video Hop.
Global Stampin' Video Hops. This card which I made, there is a video here on YouTube for this one, and it is an easel card. So it's using the new Jar of Flowers stamp sets, which is available to purchase from June 3rd, and it opens up.
You got your notes in there?
I've got my notes in there, so let's just do that.
Yes,
so
that's on the blog
new.
as well. So if you wanted the measurements, check out the video as well as our blog as well.
So then that goes out, and this paper is beautiful. And these new in colours are beautiful as well. So this is Cinnamon Cider with Misty Moonlight. But this is Mint Macaron is the card there. But yeah, loving those colours. So, and obviously it's a nice easel card. Folds flat for posting. And stands up for displaying.
Easy easel card.
Easy easel, yes.
Easy easel, Jar of Flowers, that's what we named it. And then I did a stepped up version doing no line coloring with the Stampin' Blends. So using the same stamps and the same colors as what Barry used on the video for that one with the DSP, with the embossing folder as well from the suite, which is lovely, that one.
Excellent.
Cool. So today we are sharing a card with Free as a Bird. I think I said Bird Ballad. It is in the Bird Ballad Suite. So using the Free as a Bird stamp set and the laser cut card bases. So this one's got 12 images. So as you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments, and the rest are images. So some adorable birds there on the branch as well, which you can mask off if you want just to love birds there, which I've done previously as well. And you can create different backgrounds with the floral images as well as the leaves. And that, this is still a bundle. That comes as a bundle with the stitch nested dies, which I believe Barry was going to show you as well. And that dies I used to create chevrons on a previous project with the painted poppies. So it's quite a versatile die as well. Even though it's just a basic die, you can create things with it, and it gives you stitching on the edges as well as the offcut as well.
Brilliant. All right.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll flip round and I'll show everything else camera down. What
Yeah.
we're going to be using. I will need a catalogue. So I've forgotten what they are called. Oh, the catalogues.
Yeah. Hi Francis. Hi Linda.
Okay, so I'm going to flip you over.
There you go. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so as Jay's just mentioned, this is the stamp set which we're using, and I'm going to be using some of these flowers and the leaves here. Not actually using the birds for this particular one, so that's what I'm going to be using with the thank you sentiment right there. I would also be using the what are they called? Just so I
There you
can
go.
remember them exactly. Page before.
The page before it is
So
the Bird Ballad laser cut cards and tin.
Bird Ballad laser cut cards and tin. Just
Echo.
echo. So it comes in this lovely tin,
It is really.
and it's a really nice tin actually as well. So if you like your tins, you're gonna love this. And obviously once you've used it, you can store lots of stuff in here as well. You can store your handmade cards in it, and they come with these pre-laser cut cards, so they're see-through this way. And then go on, and then you can then just put a backing behind it if you want to. So you get these, and you get the pre-cut envelopes as well. So you get a snatch of these. Now these are retiring, so if you do like them, grab them before the 2nd of June or while stocks last, because after that they will be gone. So I'm just going to take, and it comes with this lovely, beautiful, and obviously it's got like a gold colour leaves on it. Really, really nice. So I'm going to pop that to one side, and I've taken one out because I will be using that as well. This is also retiring, some Nature's Twine. It comes with 4 colours in here as well. So the colours in here are Mint Macaron, Blackberry Bliss, Grapefruit Grove and Crumb Cake. So I'm going to be using the Crumb Cake twine for that one. Stamp set. Colours, you always need Memento, Old Olive, Calypso Coral and Daffodil Delight. So they're the colours which I'm going to be using. I would also be using a little bit of Wink Stella for doing a bit of colouring, and obviously Memento as standard. Now the cardstock, obviously the other paper I'm going to be using is the Perennial Essence Vellum. So this is absolutely lovely because it's a coloured vellum, and it's got the pink. So that the colours are, doesn't tell me. I've forgotten what the colours are. So I want to say that's Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, and Old Olive, I want to say, is the colours of them, or similar to it, and they're really, really nice. So I'm going to be using that as well for my insert. So you've got your green, which is that one, and obviously it's got a lighter type colour one side, and obviously the stronger colour, and you've got the yellow, which is that as well. So it's really, really good, so you can see through them as well. So it's great, obviously you can see it's great for leaves, great for flowers.
Leafings.
My leafings, yes. Shush now. So I'm going to pop that. So that's what we're also going to be using. So this again is retiring. So there are a few retiring items to grab soon. If not, the stamp set though is carrying over. I would also be using the Bird Ballad trinkets. So I'm going to be using some of these. So you've got some lovely flowers in here. And they're metal as well. So let's get these out and I'll show you. I think that's it. Oh, no, they've got 4. So there's 4 designs. So there we go. You can see those there, and they're really pretty as well. So that's good. So that's lovely. So we're going to be using those. So I'm going to be using 2 of those bits. But I will come back to those as and when I need them, because I will invariably lose them. Alright, and the normal basic stuff which we'll be using, I've got scissors, I've got my trimmer, I've got some tear and tape. I will be using some dies. So the dies which I'm going to be using is the stitched circle dies, and also the stitched nested label dies here as well. I'm just going to grab this out whilst I can. So this is these ones right here, and these are absolutely lovely. So they've got a double stitching. So it's a double-edged stitch on that one, so you get a nice stitch on the bit which you're cutting out, and then the aperture has got a nice stitching on it as well. So I would highly recommend these ones. They're lovely, and I'm going to be using that so you can see what that's like.
And that comes as a bundle currently.
Currently comes as a bundle. So these and so this stamp set and this die you can get with a 10% discount. So if you do like them, they are carrying over into the new catalogue for next year, but they won't be as a bundle. So if you like and want to save yourself a bit of money and save 10%, then grab them before the 2nd of June when they're available discounted. Okay, so let's crack on, and yeah, let's see how we get on. So I am going to take my card base and my vellum, because what I need to do is I need to stick and with some glue and some glue dots. Hint, hint, one thing I didn't bring over. Um, was I subtle enough?
Oh yes.
So I'm going to trim it down to 10.5 by 13.5 because that is basically the inside. It's not the exact inside, it's just a little bit smaller so I can stick it down. So 10.5 centimetres, which is 4 1/8 of an inch, by 13.5 centimetres, which is 5, 1, 2, let's say 5/16, so 13.5 or 5/16 of an inch for that one right there. Pop that to one side because we're finished with that part now. And you can see, obviously, the card itself is stunning and beautiful just on its own. So you can use a bit of cardstock, and this is what I was originally going to do. Just to use a bit of very vanilla cardstock just behind that again, just to give it a backing. And then Jay got the vellum out, and I thought, oh, okay. Because then when he popped the vellum behind it, it looks even better. Because it really makes that pattern pop. So that's what we're using. So we're going to use a little bit of glue. Now, I mean, we do need a little bit of glue because we just need to just attach it to the edges. So I'm just going to get it going. There we go, it's coming out now. So a little bit of glue along the edges here. Like that. So I've just cut it just a little bit bigger than the window it needed, just so that it's got something, so I've got a little bit of a lip to grip onto. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, pick it up gently in the middle, pop it into the card like so, and then I'm just going to remove that cat hair. And then we will then close that down. So that has now just, there's enough glue on there that's going to stick the whole thing to the actual base of the card, but it still looks pretty inside, it still looks nice inside as well. So less is more when it comes to the glue with the vellum, because if you go too much it's going to splodge out and it's going to start going into the actual pattern. Obviously it will dry clear, so it's not, but obviously it just means you're going to get sticky fingers, so just be aware of that. That just looks beautiful already, just on its own. So Caroline, new here, thanks for using inches to, even though I'm in Canada, we're yeah, so I flick between inches and centimetres, but I am very conscious that I do that, and I'm trying to just change how I do it and just stick with one thing but either convert over at the same time for a different audience. Because obviously our tutorials which we do and our online classes are available worldwide as well, so the classes which we have set up already, we convert over into inches for UK centimetres and inches, and then Jay lovely sits there and works out the US and Canadian inches as well, because your cardstock is slightly different to ours. So we do, our online tutorials are designed for around the world, so if you like it you can head over there and you can see our tutorials for sale over there as well. So good. All right, so I have already gone ahead and I've gone and pre-cut my circle. Okay, so the circle which I'm going to use for stamping my bits with, and I've got myself here a block, and I'm going to use that flower, I'm going to use that flower, and I'm going to use that leaf there. I might use that one, I'm not sure, I'll see how it goes, and I want to use this mask as well, so a little bit of masking going on for this one. I just need a little bit of scrap paper as well, please, Jane.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia, your early morning coffee, lovely. Good. All right, so we are going to stamp first with the larger flower, and I'm going to go with this with Calypso Coral. Okay, and so we're going to just tap, tap, tap. Let's put that to one side. Bring that in. And we're just going to stamp. And then I'm going to do a second generation one just down here, so it gives you a different tone, a little bit up the top there. So I've kind of like just gone around and gone off, which is fine. Now I want these obviously want to be in the front, so I've got this lovely mask. So this mask has been just done out of some post-it notes. I just need to find the correct way around. There we go. So I'm just going to pop that on like so, and I'm going to grab, so I'm going to clean this stamp first before I go and get inky fingers. Clean as you go.
Just push it.
And we're going to go with the older olive now, right here. So first generation, and we're going to go over the top of that stamp like so. That's that. And then when you take it off, it then looks like it's behind the flower. So masking is great. So you can cut these once. This mask has been in the case for ages. So you just need to just save your stuff. That's the one. And then I'm just gonna do one over the back here.
Oh, so cute, Mimi. Come on.
So I've got some different colours, so obviously first and second generation. So that's how you can make your stamps, your inks go even further with different shading, just by doing first, second and even third generation stamping as well. And then we're going to go in with a little stamp, so a tiny flower, and we're going to do that in Daffodil Delight. And that's just going to go around first, and we're just going to fill that in the gaps. See, some of this is going to actually get covered up. So it doesn't matter, and we're going to come down. I'm going to bring this one over, back over to here again, and we're just going to pop that flower behind like that, and maybe a little one just down there, just to, there we go. So, and save this. All we do is we just grab it in the case and we just stick it to the inside of the case, like so, ready for using. And that's that. That's all you need to do. So you can leave that as that is, if you really want to, or you can then step it up a little bit more, and this is when you grab your Wink of Stella. So this is something which anyone can do. Grab your Wink of Stella, and we are going to go with the, you can grab your aqua brushes and normal water, but if you've got the Wink of Stella, obviously it's even better because it will add glitter to your card. So open it up and you can see there you've got a load of ink inside the lid, and how you get the ink into your lid is you just have it closed and squish it down, and then it transfers the ink over to that.
Sometimes it's
sorry?
Sometimes it's hard for people to
do
that.
So if you haven't got, as I was just about to move on to, if you can't do that one there, grab a block and you can then transfer some of the ink over onto a block. Jay's jumping the gun. And then you can put some ink on a block, and then you can use that as your palette. So, and then obviously if you're doing that, then obviously you're not, because obviously you are going to transfer some of this glitter into the lid. It doesn't bother us, but if you don't want to do that, then this is the best way of doing it. And all you want to do is just pick up some of this colour, and you only need a little bit. So even that's a lot of ink on here already. And then you're just going to colour these leaves in. Like so. And I'll bring us up closer in a moment so you can see the lovely glitter. You do need to work quite quickly with this because it will, it sinks into the paper quite quickly because it's not a watercolour paper. So it will sink in relatively quickly. So you do just need to be confident and just go straight over. Otherwise, if you're too slowly, ink will then just pool in one area and then you'll get quite solid lines. So you just need to just get it on. Okay. And a little goes a long way. I'm just trying to pop in a little bit of shadow if I can here. And we'll just do the last flower here. Can you see that? I think you can actually see the glitter shining away already. So we'll just pick a little bit of the darker one up and we'll just add a little bit of shadow around underneath here. And the same.
Hi, Jana.
Like that. And that one just needs a little bit of shading. A bit more in the middle on this one. Like so. Alright, so that's those ones there. And then just to clean, I'm just gonna just do that. Pop that to one side. And then all I'm gonna do now, so I'm gonna do the colouring with the lid one now. So to show you what I mean with the lid. I've already got my ink pushed into it. And all I'm gonna do is just pick up the ink from inside the lid. And I'm just gonna use that for colouring. I'm being quite rough. Nothing. Not paying too much. I'm not going over the lines, but I'm not. If I miss a little bit, I'm not going to worry about it. I think that's the whole nature. It's quite rough. It's very watercolory. So we'll just pick things up and just see how it goes. And I can use a bit, and because it's wet, it will pull some of the ink as well. See, if you want to use the natural ink as it stamps, you're going to need to do the colouring step by step and stage by stage. So stamp it, then pull the colour out, because it will set into the cardstock a little bit too much, and you'll struggle to pull it. That's that, and we'll just do a little bit with the yellow side of daffodil. Okay, so perfect. You can see it's not got any ink on here at all. So this may be, in fact, it might be because it's difficult. So I'm just going to give my pad a bit of a squeeze. And then I've transferred the ink over to the lid. So that's it. And I'm just using the same little bit of ink because I don't want it to be too strong. I want it to almost be very watered down. So if it's too strong, it's too overpowering. So I'm just using a little bit here, the same bits, just to give it a little bit of shading.
Oh, thank you so much, Jana.
There we go. So there we go. So that is my colouring done for that. It's a really, really simple bit of colouring. So I'll bring that up for you to have a little closer look.
Are you done?
And there we go. Can you see how? And then obviously because I've used a Winker Stella, there we go. I'm catching the light now. You just got liquid glitter. Beautiful. Love it. Winker Stella pens. If you haven't got them, get them. Alright, so that there is going to go down flat onto the card like this. What I need to do first is I need to stamp my sentiment and I need it to be die cut out. I'm going to use the thank you. And I'm going to just... Can I have a bit of tissue, please, Joe, just to wipe up the excess ink off of this block? please. I think Jay's prepping for a card for you. I'm not sure what we're doing. It may just be the one card tonight. It may be two. I'm not sure. We're kind of seeing how long it takes me to do my cards, because we're very conscious that I don't want to keep you too long, you see. So I'm going to pick up my stamp. Now the reason I'm going to stamp first and then die cut afterwards is because if you do it the other way round, die cut first and then stamp, and you get it wonky, it's not great. So we will just die cut that in. So if it isn't straight, it's not a problem, because we can position the die cut straight over it, so it doesn't matter. And the way that I know is because I did it on the test run earlier on, and I think it's a little bit wonky and I didn't like it. So Jay's going to now die cut that for me.
Hi lady.
Alright, so I'm going to use this as a template here, and then whilst Jay's cutting my original one for position so I can get this stuck down. So that is going to go around here, and then I'm going to have this. So I just need to decide what part I want to have covered up. I think it's a bit better like that, to have the flowers, the Calypso coral flowers coming out of it. So I think that's roughly the positioning I want it. So I'm going to have that flower, it's going to stick down here. Again, I'm not going to go too heavy on the glue because there is a vellum background.
Gorgeous.
So that's going to go here. That's it. So that's gone down flat. You could either stick it on dimensionals, but again, depending on postage, will depend on how you want to do it. I'm just going to bring in my Calypso coral once more time because I just missed a flower at the top there. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a colour in there. Good. So that's gone down, and it doesn't really show back because obviously all you're seeing is the pattern through anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But again, I haven't blobbed it too much, so it doesn't do that. But enough glue that it's going to stick down, and we'll be good. All right. So that's going to go on this part. So I would also need some glue dots, please, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't want much tonight, do I?
Picto.
Yes. I thought I was so organised this evening. Got everything ready, but no, I always seem to forget the essentials. So we're just going to pop some dimensionals on this. And that will get stuck like that. And I've just realised I've just gone and stuck it on the piece which I didn't want to use. You didn't see that. So we're going to do that one. And that one there.
Oh, you took Tommy's seat. He's like wondering aimlessly.
Yes, Tommy doesn't know what to do with that, but I've got a seat by the side of me, which he normally sits on as we're crafting. It's got to be sat next to us, and I put my stuff on it. So he's been wandering around, going, "I've got nowhere to sit," and I've just moved what I needed, and he's just settled down instantly, haven't you? So yeah. What we've got, as I was saying, you've got the stitched, which that's how it comes out. So you get a lovely stitching on the actual sentiment, but if you take that away, then you get a lovely stitching still on that aperture. So you can use these parts a bit more if you think about it a little bit. You can actually use them to your advantage. All right, we will now use these lovely little trinkets. So we're going to use the little leaves. We're going to use 2 of those. And I'm going to grab myself some glue dots here. So I am actually finished, Jay.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
Well, nearly finished. I'm just going to stick these embellishments on tie ribbon, and then we're done. And then they are going to get stuck behind it, like so, like that. So glue dots, pick a little glue dot up and glue dot on the ends, and that's going to get popped back in like that. And obviously I've just positioned it, I'm just making a note of where, a visual note of where it actually is, so it's easier for me to stick down. Again, pop that part over, and we're just going to then stick that over like that. And then that will then, using the dimensionals, will then be good enough to stick on top. And all we're going to do to finish this card up is pop a little bit of twine on it. And just to kill a little bit more time so that Jay can be ready, I'll tie the knots on camera, but I have got one I've already prepared. So let's show you how to tie a bow.
Yeah.
He says. Alright, so I've grabbed my Nature's Twine ribbon, Nature's Twine here. Now you can keep it on the spool, it's not a problem. I tie one loop like that, bring this part over the back, and I've kind of created a little loop here. And then all you do is I've kind of like with this finger here, and then kind of like I want to grab it and hold it a little bit to bring it over. That allows me to then feed that part through, and then I can grab it, and then I'm just going to then pull the loop, and then we've got your nice little bow. Alright, and the good thing is though, you can put it to make it smaller like that. Okay, give it a good, and I tend to like to pull the two knots together, the two bows together, and then pull down on the tails like so, and like that, and that gets the tails towards the bottom, and you can still like that. And the good thing is, if you don't like it, you just pull it apart, and then you can then start again. So it's not like you tied a bow and then you've got to you've knotted it, and then you've got to sit there and you've got to untie it again and unpick it. It's a nice easy bow. So together, pull, and like that. And then what you can do is you can then get your scissors and you can snip it off. Now I've already got one which I've already tied over here, so I've already snipped it off and got it ready, so I don't waste anything here. Alright, and then that's just going to sit. I just wanted to sit it kind of like at the top here.
Oh, yeah.
So I will stick this down with my glue dots.
Hi, Gian.
And a bit of a glue dot in the center of one of those. He says, getting very sticky fingers.
The list is updated with the names.
Good, good. Alright, so our people are in there ready for winning. So if you've left a comment already, your name is in the list. There we go. There is. So those tassels can go wherever you want them to go. So you can just have them lying around. So there we go. There is my nice card. Oh, well, I hope you like it. My Bird Ballad card, or the Free as a Bird card, using the, what are they called again? The tins. The tin of
Bird Ballad laser cut cards and tin.
With the Perennial Essence vellum on the back there, so it makes it really, really nice inside. And a nice little thank you card. So a nice little thank you card for anybody. I'm sure this will be winging its way to either one of you if you live in the UK, or it will either wing its way to one of our customers who purchases from us. So yes. So good. So I'm going to hand you over to Jay now, and he's going to do something. As usual, I have no idea what he's got planned. And I think 9 times out of 10, neither does he. So we'll see what happens.
I'll keep it simple.
And we're going to just pop that in there.
Honest.
Okay. Okay. There's a few, looking at it, there's a few changes I would make now, but I will not bore you with that. Right, let's flip you over, or hand you over to Jay.
Where are you going? Hi. So I've pre-cut. I thought I would do something with pretty much the same products as what Barris used. So I'm gonna be using the laser cut card and pin. So this is actually I can't remember if Barris already said that the measurements of this card is actually the US measurement. So it is 5.5 by 11 inches folded in half. So that is 4 and
3/4, isn't it?
no, it's
4 1/4.
yeah, 4 1/4. So I've got the perennial vellum. This one is cut at, I can't remember. I just cut it. So it's actually doubled up. So this one is cut at 10 3/4 by 3 1/4. And that's folded in half. Because what I'm gonna do is I want to make use of this. Hi Sue. Ooh, cool, Canada. I wanted to make use of the laser cut and showcase that a bit more. I pre-cut a panel, and that is embossed with the subtle embossing folder. It's lovely, that one. And the measurement for that is 1/4 or 2 centimeters by the length of the card, which is 5.5 or 14 centimeters. Okay, I don't need that one. And I pre-cut 2 of the stitched nested labels, and then which is, I think it's, no, that's too small. This one, yeah, so that's the third one on the left. 1 2 3 4, the 5th from the largest. And I'm going to be stamping on that one for inside and the outside. So the idea is basically making use of the laser cut design and propping that up. So when it's displayed on like your shelves or windowsill, the shadows of the laser cut will then fall against the vellum. So that is why this panel will go onto here. So that is very vanilla card to hopefully match the very vanilla card base. So with that, I'm just gonna stick this on the left hand side. So that is why it's smaller. So then it will have space for the panel on the right hand side. I just need tear and tape. Ooh, Barry, can you get me tear and tape, please? I thought I could get it, but I was too slow. So that's just gonna go on there whilst Barry's getting me some of that. Thank you. And have we got scissors?
By the side of you, on the sofa.
Oh, okay. Oh, tear and tape is there as well. Who puts stuff on the sofa, eh? Leave it on the table. Just push it. Normally, I just tear it, but because sometimes, obviously, with the vellum, you will see it. So you want it as nice as possible. So make sure that that is the right way up. And I'm just going to stick it on the top here. There we go. And again, normally I would just tear it, but we want it a nice edge. And then that can just stick down onto the card base. Hi Noreen, hi Sue. So just along the left here, having a nice border on the top and along the bottom. So then you have the, ooh, maybe I should have put that. You have the message in there, and that can just go like that or like that. So that's why I cut 2. So the next one would be for the panel. So you can either use the foam strip, or you can just use your dimensionals. I might need the bigger one.
They're there as well.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. So I'm just gonna put that along there. And this will just act as a stopper for the front laser cut. 4 is enough.
Hi, Carol.
Hi! No worries. Barry's done a lovely card with the free as a bird, but we'll show that at the end. And we will do the random drawing. So for international viewers, we're gonna do, the price will be the PDF of one of our online classes. So hopefully we'll continue to inspire you offline. So that is just gonna go like that. So you can squish it a bit more to have that nice curve, or you can kind of like just, but it kind of like just do it anyway. So when it's displayed,
Just do it.
just do it, yeah.
I think it just does it on its own.
When it when it's displayed, you get the shadows. I think it's a little bit hard to see on here because of our lighting, but it's just nice to have it there, and then you'll have the message inside. So that's pretty much the base of the card. So it kind of like stays on. So for the decoration, I'll change up. I'll use the same as what Barry's used. So there's not much more other products. So I'll use the bird this time. And because it's a bigger bird, I wanted it that way. Maybe the small one. Let's have a look. I wanted the panel small because I wanted to make the most of the laser cut. So we can do that one. Ah, that's nice. Okay. See, I know what I'm doing, all right?
Yes, you do.
Huh?
I'm pleased you know what you're doing.
So I'm just gonna stamp it in. Ooh, memento. I'll stamp it in memento. And then just off center. There you go. Ooh. And then we can put the sentiment on the right hand side. So that needs time to dry a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll stamp the sentiment for the inside. You can make this one a little bit bigger. You do have the bigger dies on there, so then it fills up a bit more in there, and then you'll have more space to write, or you can just leave it blank. But for now, I'm just gonna do a sentiment that says, "Thanks for being you." Oh. And I'll just do that in memento as well. So whilst that's drying, because I am gonna use Wink of Stella as well, like Barry, so I don't want to smudge it. Ideally, you would stamp in stays on. That's near enough.
Do you want stays on?
No, it's okay. I've already stamped it. That's fine. Just I didn't want to add another like product. And then we can just, what you could do, because of all of these images, you could make up your own, like what Barry did, but I'm just gonna put it all on the block and then stamp it.
Ooh.
So for quick stamping, and I'm gonna do that in Calypso Coral. I will said Coastal Cabana then. And then what you can do is just ink it up, and then when you stamp it, you'll have all three in one go. But albeit obviously it'll be quite far out. So that's one way of saving time, but you can't fill it in as much as you can. Actually, I'll do it that way. I'll do it second generation, so stamp off and stamp on. So then you'll just have a lighter stamped image. There you go. So quick and simple, he says. So hopefully this one is done, and I will do the Calypso Coral and Old Olive. So the same as what Barry's done. Ooh. Using the ink pads as palettes. And I'm just gonna highlight a couple of things on there. So I'm gonna use just the left and the right, and then just spread that out. So then you can see that it adds depth to it if you're just doing the outlines. And what's great about the Free as a Bird is it has got the lines already on there. So use that as a guide to kind of like paint the image, or to know where you would put your darkest color first, and then just spread it out. It's too shimmery, I can't see. It's really good, isn't it? And then if you don't want too dark, you can just add a bit more on your ink pad, or take it off a little bit and then just spread that out.
Bye,
Cool.
Virginia.
And then I'll just do there and spread it out. And then the flowers I'll do in Daffodil Delight. Is that what you did with yours?
What's that?
The flowers.
Yeah, Daffodil.
I keep closing the lid. There we go.
Yeah, I do that as well.
So I'm just gonna quickly do that. And then Old Olive for the leaves. And then we are done.
Oh.
There we go. Have we got a, oh, there's some very vanilla cardstock offcut, and I'm just gonna stick that onto here. I would want to do The World Needs More of You. So then that can go on top there. Running out of blocks. I haven't cleaned them. There you go.
Surprise, surprise.
Very vanilla cardstock.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had it already.
What's the time? Right, and then I'm just gonna cut that with the paper snips.
I can have a drunk cat I just can't drinking gin.
There we go.
No.
So quick and easy, and then cut it. So either you can cut that with your paper trimmer. I'm just gonna cut it with snips. And then just gonna go around. Not the best fussy cutting, but you get the idea, hopefully. and then that just can go on top. Okay, and finally we are going to add this on there, and then if we know how far it's gonna go there, so we're gonna add the stamped sentiment in the middle there with this one. So I know that I want that centrally, so I'm just eyeballing it there and putting that in the middle. And then I guess you can write your messages on there with a ballpoint pen. Close that up and then put that on top like so. So again, you don't want to just, huh?
So pretty.
Oh, thank you. Huh? I'm just gonna put it
face.
in the middle. Ooh. You don't want it to go everywhere, so I'm actually just gonna do some areas of the laser cut. And then that can go there centrally. Is that straight? Yay. Straight enough. And then we have dimensionals. For this one, I think I just need on the other side actually. I'm gonna leave the right hand side free. Actually, it can fit on there. I thought it might stick onto there, but we'll see how it works, eh? There we go. So if we want, we can add some nature's twine, like Barry did, or the Bird Ballad trinkets, and just a tiny bow offset on there, and then that can go on down here. So we'll stick that on and then we'll see how it does. There we go, and then we can stick the bow there.
Under your arm.
Under your arm. There we go. So nearly done. Thank you so much for watching us this evening. We will be
start getting a draw ready.
Barry is gonna start that off, and then we can do a drawing for the winner for this evening. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so you'll get and don't forget to hit that bell button to get notified when we're actually live or when we have new content on our channel. We're trying to get we're nearly on 4K subscribers, so hopefully we'll get that soon. There we go. So you can either do that and have an upside down bow, but I think that's too much. I think I'll just keep it like that. There we go. So that is my card for today. So it's a bit plain, I think, but it's quite with the laser cut, it just gives it a nice display element. So I'm just gonna do that, and then it just gives it like that. And then this is Barry's card with again using the Wink of Stella to color in your stamped images.
Yeah, I'm going to say, if there was anything I would do differently to this now, being that we've got the vellum used here, I would potentially use a green vellum or even the yellow and do it in a larger stitch and have it back in, maybe in the green, just to make that pop out just that little bit more. That's the only thing I would do differently with that one there.
I've also took off the dimensionals on the right hand side, so then that leaves it free, and it's
Free as a bird.
free as a bird. And it makes it stand out a little bit more, so it's not warping it down. There you go.
So if you like some simple, easy cards with these laser cut, then grab them sooner rather than later. So good. All right, let's do a drawing now. So the lucky person is going to either win.
Sorry about my mess.
So what you didn't see is the fact that I'm trying to clear a bit of an area up here in the front so I can bring the computer in. Whilst I was doing that, clearing everything out, it was just chucking everything back into the place again.
Oh, I didn't notice.
No, you didn't notice. I realised you didn't notice.
Sorry.
Because the computer needs to come in like that.
Oh, I see.
Oh dear. All right, so I'm going to pick we're going to flip you round. And Jay's gonna talk to you.
Yes, so thank you again for joining us. Look at Tommy up there, where we display our cards normally. So he normally sits on them, and he's just jumped off. So yes.
And the reason he's just jumped off is because he's heard us talking to you with the camera again, and
there
he wants to
so say hello.
He wants to join us.
There we go. So that's why. So thank you from Tommy. Just bear with. Barry's just doing the random
so
picker.
I have got everyone's names in here. I'm going to copy that into that.
Wow, that's a lot. Yes, so if you haven't done so, give us a thumbs up. That will be muchly appreciated.
Greatly appreciated.
Greatly appreciated. And if you don't have a demonstrator yet from the UK, I would love to be your demonstrator to bring you Stampin' Up goodies, especially the upcoming products from the new 2020 to 2021 annual catalog.
Cool. Right, let's flip you around so you can see the screen.
And the mess.
And the mess. I'm so sorry about that, but there we go. We have everyone's names in here. We are going to start. So drum roll. And the winner of either a card or a tutorial is going to be Sue Harvey.
Sue Harvey, yay! Well done, Sue. Congratulations.
So if you want to just ping us your details, address and email address would be good. See if you're living outside of the UK, we'll send you an online class tutorial. So yes, you can see what we're like. Obviously, we normally sell them between around about £7 to £10. So we're going to give that to you free of charge. Obviously, if you live in the UK, we'll also send you one of the cards as well. So good, excellent. So hopefully you're still here, Sue. So let's bring that one back around so I can see all the comments coming in. Excellent.
That's
all right.
Great.
So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ping us a message whenever you want. Ask away. Head over to our online our website for any updates. And I think that's about it from us today, isn't it? Check out our online classes as well. We've got some really good online classes coming up very soon. So, and some of them are time sensitive as well, depending on stocks. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Have a good day wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. And we'll see you again soon.
See you very soon. Excellent. Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.